This video is intended for general informational use only. For specific guidance on the use of any product shown, please consult the corresponding owner's manual and follow all provided instructions. This content is not a substitute for the official instructions or safety information outlined in the product's manual.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Ross with Stay-at-Home Vehicle Modifications and HandiVan Rentals. I wanted to take a quick minute to show you how electronic front tie-downs work. Now, when we're going to secure a wheelchair in a moving vehicle, you need to have 4 tie-downs that are all pulling against one another, and that's securing the wheelchair to the vehicle, just like the seats are secured. So, you need 2 in the front, and we need 2 in the back. Well, when you're going to connect the front tie-downs to a wheelchair, the wheelchair's in your way. So you don't have a lot of room to move around. Typically, you have to go into both of the side doors, get down on your hands and knees, grab the hook, and connect it to the wheelchair. Well, with electronic front tie-downs, they've got almost 13 feet of strap. And we pull these tie-downs almost all the way out of the vehicle when you're going to connect them to the wheelchair. So first, where on the wheelchair are you going to connect the tie-downs? You're going to connect front tie-downs to the lowest part of the wheelchair that is a permanent installation. If you see weld points, that's a great place. So here, because this is a standard manual wheelchair, we're going to put those right here. This is where the weld is, never on the wheels, never on the wheels. You don't want it up here on this part of the frame, never on the armrests. So this is going to be the best place for your tie downs in the front. So first thing we want to do is we're going to stage the wheelchair at the base of the ramp. So let's get the wheelchair in a position. And you always want to lock the wheelchair. So lock your wheelchair. And now come on with me inside the van and let me show you how these work. Electronic front tie-downs are just that, electric. So back here, there's a button. If I turn this toggle switch on and it is glowing red, that means they're free flowing. These are the straps. See, your normal hooks that you would see on any tie-downs. And I'm going to bring these all the way out of the van. There's 1, there's 2. Lowest point of the wheelchair that's permanent. You can see the weld points here, so this is a great place for these tie-downs. Now, electronic front tie-downs will continue to self-retract as you're bringing the wheelchair into the vehicle. Hi, Shazammy. But they're not a winch, so I don't want you to think that they're going to pull the wheelchair in. They're just going to self-retract. So now I'm going to take and unlock the wheelchair on both sides, and I'm going to assist our wheelchair passenger up the ramp, and we're going to get them into position. Notice that the tie-downs are retracting. They're going right back into the housing as I bring in the wheelchair. Once you get to the wheelchair in a position, you're going to want to lock it. Now, with this red light on, I could bring the wheelchair back and front. I'm going to lock the chair and shut this light off. With this light off, these tie-downs are now locked. The wheelchair can't come back. They'll go in, but they won't come back out. Now, all we would need to do are secure the rear tie-downs. That's going to be in another video showing you how to use the L-track tie-downs. So now if we want to bring the wheelchair out, anything red, free flowing. So now I'm going to unlock the wheelchair. And now I can bring the wheelchair out once I press that red button. Bring the wheelchair out. Again, you want to lock it. Remove the front hooks. And you never want to allow these to snap back into the housing. If these snap back, and if they get twisted in the housing, you've broken them. So never allow these to snap back in. Notice with the light on, I can pull them in and out. With this button turned off with the light off, They go in only. And when you hear that clicking, that means they're self-retracting. And you might hear some clicking when you're underway. That means they're continually trying to tighten. So now, because we're finished, I like to put these hooks in the little cup holders back here. Some vehicles, you'll have some hooks on the back where you used to have a cargo piece or something for your trunk. That's another great place to put them. So I'm going to put these in the cup holders so they're closer to the rear for the next time I need to use them. And now I just put those over on the sides. The light is off. You always want to make sure to shut that light off, because if you leave that light on for days, it will kill your battery. It's the slightest draw on your battery. I've left them on overnight, no problem, but don't leave them on for days. So again, that's basically how to use your electronic front tie downs. Please feel free to give us a call, send us an email if you need a modification for yourself or a loved one, or if you would like to rent a wheelchair accessible vehicle for a day, a week, or a month. We're here for you. Thank you so much. Hope to see you soon.